There is a principle in life, in business, in leadership, that separates those who succeed from those who merely show up. And it is not charm, it is not luck, it is not timing alone. It is preparation, preparation over persuasion. You see, far too many people walk into situations thinking that words alone, eloquence alone, will secure the outcome they desire. They believe that if they speak convincingly, if they are confident, if they impress others with their energy or their personality, then the deal will fall into place. But that is a dangerous illusion. Persuasion without preparation is like building a house on sand. It might look impressive at first, but it cannot withstand the storms that come, and the moment pressure hits, it collapses. Preparation is not a surface-level task. It is not a checklist that you glance at and assume you are ready. Preparation is an immersive, comprehensive, almost spiritual discipline. It is understanding every angle, every variable, every potential objection before you even enter the room. It is mastering the facts, studying the environment, anticipating the mindset of those you will encounter, and aligning your own strategy with the ultimate goal you are determined to achieve. Preparation is more than knowledge. It is vision executed through discipline. And discipline, my friends, is the secret that makes persuasion not only effective but unstoppable. Far too often, people rely on their ability to talk their way out of circumstances rather than their ability to prepare for them. They think the strength of their argument, the force of their personality, the intensity of their conviction will carry the day. And sometimes temporarily, it does. Sometimes charm will open a door that preparation should have unlocked. But temporary wins are never lasting. Temporary victories do not build empires. Temporary gains do not establish legacy. Long-term influence, real negotiation power, comes from preparation that precedes persuasion. When you prepare well, you remove the element of chance. You eliminate surprises. You create an environment in which your success is inevitable. Preparation is understanding not only your position but theirs. It is empathy and intelligence woven together into strategy. It is asking, what does the other person value? What motivates them? What do they fear? What are they protecting? What are they hiding? Because a master negotiator knows that every conversation is a chess match, not a sprint. Every dialogue is a stage on which you must anticipate movements before they occur, respond with precision, and guide the flow toward your desired outcome without forcing, without anger, without desperation. Preparation allows you to enter the room calm, collected, confident, not because you are arrogant, but because you know the terrain, you know the variables, and you know the objective. Many people underestimate the power of preparation because they do not see the hours, the research, the mental rehearsal, the careful planning that occurs behind the scenes. They see the polished delivery, the decisive language, the ability to navigate objections effortlessly, and they assume it is natural talent. But I am here to tell you, nothing of significance happens without preparation. Talent alone is fleeting. Talent alone can be outmatched. Talent alone cannot withstand pressure. Preparation is what transforms talent into skill, skill into power, and power into influence. It is preparation that ensures that when pressure comes, you do not panic. When challenges arise, you do not crumble. When unexpected obstacles appear, you pivot with precision. Preparation also requires humility. It requires the willingness to acknowledge what you do not know, to study harder, to dig deeper, to anticipate more than your natural instinct tells you. You cannot walk into a negotiation thinking you know everything, because the moment you believe you know it all is the moment you set yourself up for defeat. Preparation demands self-awareness and continuous learning. It demands that you analyze past successes and failures with brutal honesty. It demands that you look at every angle, consider every contingency, and rehearse your approach until you can execute with fluidity, confidence, and flexibility. And there is a mental aspect to preparation that cannot be overlooked. You must train your mind to anticipate challenges without fear. You must condition yourself to remain calm in the face of adversity. You must visualize success not as a possibility, but as a predetermined outcome of your preparation. A master negotiator does not enter a conversation hoping for the best. They enter knowing they have done the work necessary for the best to manifest. They have rehearsed the responses, anticipated the resistance, and developed strategies to convert objections into opportunities. Preparation is the bridge between fear and confidence, between hesitation and decisive action, between uncertainty and authority. Preparation also means understanding timing. It means recognizing when to speak, when to pause, when to push, and when to yield. Negotiation is not a matter of volume, it is a matter of precision. It is not about dominating the room, it is about directing the room. And you can only do this if you have prepared. Preparation sharpens perception, it owns judgment, it allows you to read between the lines, to observe body language, to sense hesitation, and to detect opportunity in the subtlest signals. The more prepared you are, the more attuned you become to the nuances that determine outcomes. And when you are attuned, persuasion becomes effortless because you are not forcing, you are guiding. You are not arguing, you are orchestrating. Too many people approach negotiations with arrogance or ego, thinking they can bluff, intimidate, or overpower their way to the outcome. But real power is never about forcing others. It is about creating conditions in which they willingly align with your vision because they recognize clarity, intelligence, and preparation. Preparation is the hidden leverage. It is the unseen force that transforms a conversation from a chance encounter into a controlled, strategic engagement. Without preparation, you are relying on luck, hoping that the other person does not exploit your gaps. With preparation, you are designing the encounter so that the outcome reflects your intentionality and mastery. Preparation also demands resilience. You must anticipate setbacks, rehearse for objections, and develop contingency plans. A master negotiator does not panic when the unexpected occurs because preparation has built the mental muscle to adapt. When challenges arise, preparation allows flexibility without losing direction. It allows creativity without sacrificing purpose. It allows confidence without arrogance. And it ensures that you do not react impulsively, but respond strategically. The more you prepare, the more agile you become, and the more you dominate the narrative of the negotiation. There is another element often overlooked. Preparation builds credibility. People trust those who come informed, those who understand the details, those who respect the complexity of the process. Preparation demonstrates seriousness, discipline, and professionalism. It signals that you value the process, the people involved, and the outcome. It positions you as an authority, not because of volume or aggression, but because of insight, knowledge, and strategy. Credibility built through preparation opens doors, strengthens influence, and increases the likelihood of favorable outcomes. Preparation also teaches patience. Many rush negotiations, trying to push outcomes before they are ripe. Preparation allows you to wait, to observe, to time your moves with precision. It allows you to understand when to pause, when to probe, when to press, and when to step back. Timing is an element of negotiation that separates amateurs from masters, and preparation equips you with the awareness and discernment to execute at exactly the right moment. And the beauty of preparation is that it transforms pressure into opportunity. When others are anxious, uncertain, and reactive, the prepared negotiator is calm, composed, and confident. When others are grasping for answers, improvising under stress, the prepared negotiator navigates with clarity and precision. Preparation turns fear into focus, doubt into direction, and chaos into control. It ensures that persuasion is not a gamble, but a calculated, intelligent, and powerful application of knowledge and insight. Preparation is the foundation on which all other negotiation skills are built. It is the silent force behind every successful outcome. It is the difference between leaving a room defeated and leaving a room victorious. It is the reason why some people consistently close deals, secure opportunities, and achieve results while others struggle, stumble, and settle. It is preparation that transforms potential into performance, vision into reality, and ambition into achievement. So I tell you this, do not underestimate preparation. Do not shortcut it. Do not rely solely on charm, eloquence, or hope. Study, analyze, rehearse, anticipate, understand every angle, know every variable. Prepare for the expected and the unexpected. Enter the room with clarity, confidence, and authority because you have done the work behind the scenes that makes your success inevitable. Preparation is not optional for the master negotiator. It is essential. It is non-negotiable. It is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, between chance and control, between hope and certainty. Because in the end, persuasion without preparation is a risk, but preparation makes victory certain. There is a principle in negotiation in life, in leadership, that many people overlook, and that principle is mindset. The mindset you carry into any discussion, any deal, any conversation, determines the trajectory of the outcome long before words are spoken. You see, the world is full of people who are technically prepared, who know their facts, who understand their strategy, but they falter because their mindset is weak, their perspective limited, their belief incomplete. A challenge without the right mindset becomes an obstacle. An opportunity without the right mindset becomes a missed chance. But when you cultivate the mindset of a master negotiator, challenges transform into opportunities, resistance becomes a platform, and every obstacle turns into a stepping stone toward victory. The first thing you must understand is that mindset is not simply positive thinking. Mindset is not repeating affirmations and hoping for miracles. Mindset is a state of preparedness of the heart, the mind, and the spirit. It is understanding that every challenge you face carries within it the seeds of opportunity, that every resistance has a hidden lesson, that every no can be transformed into a stepping stone toward the eventual eyes. Mindset is the lens through which you perceive every interaction. If your lens is limited, small, fearful, the world will appear to conform to that limitation. If your lens is expansive, strategic, bold, the world will present possibilities, openings, and opportunities that others fail to see. A master negotiator approaches every conversation not with fear, not with desperation, but with the unwavering belief that they have something of value to offer, and that value will find alignment with the right circumstances. This mindset is rooted in confidence, but not arrogance. It is grounded in preparation, but not rigidity. It is fueled by clarity of purpose, but it remains flexible enough to adapt to dynamic situations. When you carry this mindset, you are not negotiating out of scarcity, you are negotiating out of abundance. You are not bargaining from fear, you are leading from strength. You are not asking for approval, you are commanding respect through presence, clarity, and strategic engagement. Challenges are inevitable in every negotiation. There will always be resistance. There will always be hesitation. There will always be barriers, objections, and pushback. And many people, when faced with these challenges, allow frustration, doubt, or fear to take control. They respond impulsively, defensively, or passively. But a master negotiator understands that these challenges are not obstacles to be feared. They are signals, guideposts, opportunities to display skill, creativity, and resilience. The right mindset allows you to see beyond the immediate difficulty and recognize the potential for influence, for alignment, for transformation. Every challenge carries a hidden advantage for those willing to see it, and mindset is the key that unlocks it. There is also a psychological component to negotiation that is often underestimated. People respond not only to what is said, but to the energy, the presence, and the mental state of the person across from them. A negotiator who carries doubt, anxiety, or insecurity projects that energy, and the other party senses it. Conversely, a negotiator who carries clarity, confidence, and focus creates an environment of trust, influence, and alignment. Mindset is contagious. When your mindset is strong, it impacts the perception of everyone involved. People mirror your belief in possibility. They respond to your certainty. They align with your energy. This is why mindset is not merely internal, it has external consequences that shape the entire negotiation. Part of cultivating this mindset is understanding the principle of abundance versus scarcity. Many negotiators approach discussions as if there is a limited amount of opportunity, a finite amount of success, a ceiling on achievement. Scarcity thinking leads to desperation, poor decision-making, and compromises that undermine long-term objectives. But the master negotiator embraces abundance thinking. They understand that opportunity is not fixed, it is expansive. They understand that influence is not zero-sum, it can grow exponentially. They approach every discussion with the confidence that their goals, when pursued strategically, can be achieved without diminishing the value or success of others. Abundance mindset allows for creativity, collaboration, and solutions that create win-win outcomes, rather than settling for less because of fear or limitation. Resilience is another critical aspect of the mindset that turns challenges into opportunities. In negotiation, you will encounter setbacks. You will hear no. You will face skepticism. You will confront resistance that tests patience, discipline, and focus. But the mindset of a master negotiator does not collapse under pressure. It does not take rejection personally. It does not allow temporary obstacles to dictate permanent outcomes. Resilience is the ability to stay committed to your objective while adapting to dynamic circumstances. It is the mental discipline to see setbacks as data, not judgment. It is the understanding that every challenge is a learning moment, an opportunity to refine strategy, and a chance to deepen influence. Confidence is built through preparation, yes, but it is sustained through mindset. The prepared negotiator may know their numbers, their strategy, and their facts, but without confidence, the deep-seated belief in their capacity to navigate the conversation and achieve alignment, the preparation is weakened. Mindset reinforces confidence because it anchors the negotiator in purpose and vision. It allows them to remain calm under pressure, articulate their value clearly, and respond strategically rather than reactively. Confidence derived from mindset is not superficial bravado. It is deep-rooted, anchored in clarity of goals, understanding of self, and belief in the possibilities inherent in every challenge. Mindset also fosters adaptability. No negotiation unfolds exactly as predicted. Conditions change, counterparties shift positions, new information emerges. The person who approaches negotiation with rigidity will struggle. The person who carries a flexible, strategic mindset will navigate fluidly, pivoting when necessary, adjusting strategy without abandoning principle, and maintaining focus on the ultimate objective. A flexible mindset does not compromise integrity, it optimizes approach. It allows creativity to flow. It permits insight to guide action. And it transforms uncertainty from a threat into a strategic advantage. Master negotiators also embrace a mindset of learning and humility. No conversation, no deal, no challenge is so small that it cannot teach something valuable. No setback is so complete that it cannot inform future strategy. Mindset allows you to extract insight from every interaction, to convert experience into wisdom, and to grow stronger with each engagement. Humility does not weaken influence. It amplifies it because it opens the negotiator to new perspectives, prepares them to anticipate the moves of others, and prevents the arrogance that blinds so many from recognizing opportunity when it appears. There is a spiritual dimension to this mindset too. It is a mindset grounded not just in technique, intelligence, or strategy, but in the deeper understanding that purpose drives negotiation. It is the recognition that success is not simply a transaction, it is alignment with vision, mission, and higher principles. When a negotiator operates from this mindset, they approach every conversation with intentionality, integrity, and focus on long-term impact, not short-term gain. They understand that deals matter, but legacy matters more. Influence matters, but character matters more. Mindset becomes not only a tool for negotiation, but a compass for life. Challenges, resistance, obstacles, these are inevitable. They are universal. But mindset determines whether they defeat you or serve you. The master negotiator sees every difficulty as a question. What can I learn? What can I adapt? How can I convert this into opportunity? This perspective transforms negotiation from a battlefield into a platform for creativity, influence, and alignment. Challenges are no longer threats to success, they are catalysts for growth. Objections are no longer barriers, they are openings to demonstrate value. Resistance is no longer opposition, it is a signal to engage with greater clarity, strategy, and vision. Furthermore, mindset governs patience. Many negotiators fail not because they lack skill or preparation, but because they lack patience. They push too hard, speak too quickly, or force resolution prematurely. The mindset of a master negotiator understands that timing is everything. It knows when to speak, when to pause, when to observe, when to yield strategically. Patience is not passivity, it is calculated restraint. It is the discipline to allow conditions to mature, the wisdom to recognize when leverage is optimal, and the clarity to act decisively when the moment is right. Patience magnifies the effectiveness of preparation, intelligence, and influence. In every negotiation, mindset is the invisible force that shapes perception, directs strategy, and determines outcomes. Without it, preparation falters. Without it, skill is undermined. Without it, opportunity slips through your fingers. But when mindset is cultivated, challenges are transformed, resistance becomes a pathway, and every engagement carries the potential for extraordinary outcomes. Mindset is not an accessory, it is the foundation. It is not optional, it is essential. It is the lens through which mastery is achieved and the filter through which opportunity is recognized and acted upon. So, I tell you this, do not approach negotiation as a matter of luck, persuasion, or circumstance alone. Do not rely solely on facts, strategy, or charm. Cultivate the mindset that sees opportunity in challenge, strength in resistance, clarity in uncertainty, and growth in adversity. Develop the inner vision, the mental discipline, and the spiritual focus that allow you to approach every negotiation not with fear, not with desperation, but with confidence, resilience, patience, and unwavering clarity. Because the mindset you carry will turn every challenge into an opportunity. Integrity and vision are the pillars upon which every master negotiator stands. They are not optional qualities. They are not traits that can be borrowed or faked. They are the foundation of trust, influence, and long-term impact. You can have preparation, you can have mindset, you can have strategy, but without integrity and vision, your negotiations crumble. People may follow the appearance of success for a time. They may respond to charm, intimidation, or force. But in the end, without integrity and vision, every deal, every relationship, every negotiation built on anything less will eventually collapse. The master negotiator knows this truth and lives by it relentlessly. Integrity is more than honesty. It is consistency between word and action, between promise and delivery, between intention and execution. Integrity is the invisible currency that builds trust, and trust is the lifeblood of every negotiation. Without trust, even the most prepared and confident negotiator finds doors closed, relationships strained, and influence limited. People can smell pretense, they can sense inconsistency, and they will not align with someone whose character is in question. True negotiation power is rooted in the unshakable confidence that comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and that your actions reflect those principles. A negotiator with integrity does not compromise on principle for short-term gain. They do not manipulate, deceive, or mislead to secure a deal. They operate from a higher standard, knowing that the cost of betrayal far exceeds the temporary benefit of winning an argument or closing a contract. They understand that every interaction is a reflection of their character, and that one compromise can ripple across countless future opportunities. Integrity is the shield that protects influence, the anchor that steadies judgment, and the beacon that draws others into alignment because they recognize authenticity, reliability, and moral authority. Vision is equally essential. Vision is the ability to see beyond the immediate transaction, beyond the short-term outcome, beyond the surface-level gains. Vision is the lens through which a master negotiator evaluates every opportunity, every decision, every strategy. Vision allows a negotiator to identify patterns, anticipate consequences, and craft outcomes that are sustainable, strategic, and aligned with long-term objectives. Vision is what prevents a negotiator from being short-sighted, from settling for less than what is possible, from being distracted by trivialities that may appear urgent but are inconsequential to the ultimate goal. Integrity and vision work together. Integrity earns trust. Vision provides direction. Integrity ensures that others believe in you. Vision ensures that they follow you towards something greater. A negotiator without vision may act with integrity, but lack the ability to create transformative outcomes. A negotiator without integrity may have vision, but lack the credibility to bring others along. When these two qualities are combined, they create a force that is unstoppable, compelling, and transformative. People will align with someone who not only speaks of possibility, but embodies truth, principle, and clarity. Every negotiation involves power dynamics. Every deal involves competing interests, pressures, and agendas. Many negotiators attempt to leverage position, knowledge, or persuasion to dominate the conversation. But true influence is not about overpowering. It is about guiding, aligning, and inspiring. And nothing inspires confidence more than integrity and vision. When people recognize that you are principled, that you honor your word, and that your objectives are clear and purpose-driven, they are far more likely to engage, collaborate, and align with your perspective. Negotiation becomes less about contention and more about mutual alignment toward a shared outcome. A negotiator with integrity does not fear scrutiny. They welcome it because they know that truth and consistency withstand examination. They are willing to answer questions, provide clarity, and justify decisions because their actions are aligned with principle. And in doing so, they build a reputation that precedes them, a reputation that opens doors, builds networks, and establishes credibility before they even enter the room. Vision complements this by providing a roadmap. It allows the negotiator to articulate not only what they are doing, but why they are doing it, and where it will ultimately lead. People are drawn to vision because vision provides hope, clarity, and purpose. Master negotiators understand the long-term value of relationships. Every deal, every discussion, every agreement is not an isolated event, but part of a larger network of influence, opportunity, and legacy. Negotiators who operate with integrity prioritize relationships over immediate gains because they understand that the trust, respect, and credibility they build today will yield returns far greater than any single transaction. They understand that vision ensures these relationships are guided by purpose, strategic alignment, and shared growth. Integrity keeps the foundation strong. Vision keeps the trajectory upward. A negotiator without integrity may achieve temporary success, but it is fleeting. Deals may be won, contracts may be signed, outcomes may be reached, but sooner or later, inconsistency, deception, or ethical compromise erodes trust, damages reputation, and limits influence. People remember how you made them feel, how you treated them, whether you honored your word, and whether your actions aligned with your promises. Integrity is the glue that binds opportunities, relationships, and influence together in a durable, sustainable way. It is the quality that ensures that success is not temporary but lasting. Vision, too, is a safeguard against mediocrity. It is the compass that guides strategy, the lens that illuminates opportunities, and the filter that distinguishes what is worth pursuing from what is a distraction. Vision allows the negotiator to prioritize, focus, and direct energy where it will yield maximum impact. It prevents wasted effort, misalignment, and compromise that undermines long-term goals. A negotiator with vision sees beyond the present moment to anticipate trends, predict challenges, and leverage opportunities that others cannot even perceive. Vision transforms negotiation from a transactional exercise into a strategic endeavor that creates enduring value. In practice, integrity and vision manifest in how a negotiator conducts themselves before, during, and after every engagement. Before negotiation, they prepare thoroughly, ensuring that their facts, insights, and objectives are clear. They align their strategy with principle, ensuring that every action and proposal reflects both ethical standards and long-term vision. During negotiation, they communicate with transparency, respond with clarity, and negotiate from a position of authenticity. They respect the perspectives of others, anticipate objections, and guide discussions strategically, all while maintaining trust and demonstrating ethical consistency. After negotiation, they honor agreements, follow through on commitments, and nurture relationships for future collaboration. Integrity ensures accountability, vision ensures trajectory. Master negotiators also understand that their influence is magnified when integrity and vision are visible to others. People naturally gravitate toward those who are trustworthy, principled, and purpose-driven. Negotiation is not simply about exchanging value. It is about building alignment, trust, and credibility that extend beyond a single encounter. When integrity and vision are evident, others are more likely to engage openly, disclose critical information, and participate in creating mutually beneficial outcomes. These qualities inspire confidence, foster collaboration, and establish a reputation that creates opportunities far beyond the immediate negotiation. Integrity and vision also equip negotiators to handle challenges with grace. Conflicts, objections, and unexpected developments are inevitable in any negotiation. A negotiator with integrity navigates these challenges without compromising principle, without resorting to manipulation, and without undermining relationships. Vision allows them to maintain focus on the ultimate objective, adapt strategies as necessary, and guide discussions toward outcomes that align with long-term goals. Challenges are no longer threats, they are opportunities to demonstrate credibility, strategic insight, and leadership. The master negotiator understands that reputation is earned over time, not granted in a single conversation. Integrity ensures that every action, every word, every decision contributes to a consistent, trustworthy, and reliable reputation. Vision ensures that every interaction moves toward a coherent strategic goal. The combination creates a negotiator whose influence extends far beyond the immediate deal, whose relationships endure, and whose opportunities expand exponentially. Deals become more than transactions, they become platforms for demonstrating character, leadership, and strategic insight. Negotiation is not simply about securing agreements, it is about cultivating influence. And influence is built on two immutable pillars: integrity and vision. Integrity earns trust, ensures credibility, and creates reliability. Vision provides direction, clarifies purpose, and establishes long-term impact. Without integrity, influence is hollow. Without vision, influence is aimless. Together, they create the authority, respect, and power that define a master negotiator. And finally, a negotiator who operates with integrity and vision does not fear the test of time. Short-term gains may tempt others to compromise, but a master negotiator sees beyond the immediate to the legacy of their actions. Every decision, every negotiation, every engagement is an opportunity to strengthen reputation, deepen relationships, and advance toward enduring impact. Integrity and vision are the compass and anchor, the guiding light and the stabilizing force, ensuring that success is not only achieved but sustained. Because when integrity guides every decision and vision directs every action, negotiation becomes not just a skill, but a reflection of character, purpose, and unstoppable influence.